Hey everybody, this is Mark Blanton, and this is
Dr. Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism.
And we have amazing packages to Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban. So we would like to see you guys here. All you have to do is just go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and we'll make sure that your trip here is amazing.
See you here in sunny South Africa.
The food, the music, the vibe. Kick off your summer at the Ohio Black Expo Riverfront Culture Fest. Get your Black History Month discount now for a limited time. Free tickets to the Ohio Black Expo. Yeah, free. February discount all month long. Celebrate Black excellence. Experience the African diaspora at its finest. Go to OhioBlackExpo.com for tickets, updates, and more. Tell your friends. Share with family. There's no other place to be Memorial Day weekend. Visit OhioBlackExpo.com. That's OhioBlackExpo.com.
Are you a successful entrepreneur or one in training? You've got the vision, but do you have the right partner to build your brand, your team, and your future online and off? At CPRfirm.com, we offer expert consulting, financial guidance, and life coaching because we believe in doing life with our clients. After all, what is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Founded by Callan Cash Coleman, we help our clients not only succeed, but plan to retire rich. Your business deserves the best. Start building your legacy today at CPRfirm.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism Really Runs on Our Daily Lives Here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Strawberry sauce.
Actually, I'm thinking of like pastation or something. So off which, yes, I could tell your name just like cow. What are you talking about?
It's keeping a posture. It's like those are different days. Who inspires me? Me. Yes. Me. Yeah. They inspire me. Those people you mentioned, but everything they said I bring up.
Watch Slay Queen only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the stream. It is the 17th of February. We are trucking along. It's going extremely fast. We got, about 11 more days now before we get to the last day of the month. And also, definitely, happy Black History Month. You know, every day we're making Black history. You know, you're Black history, right? Your story is important just as much as anybody else's story in the past is important. So tonight we're going to be talking about what happened in Munich. What happened? Some things happen, and you may say, well, why are we talking about that? Well, we're going to talk about it because Trump is doing something that is really beneficial to FBAs. And actually not just FBAs, but the greater diaspora. He's doing something very, he may not be intentionally doing it, or he could be intentionally doing it, but it's beneficial. Because y'all have to understand, the status quo, the current world order, is not beneficial to FBAs or anyone in the diaspora. That's for sure. So Trump is the guy that's taking a sledgehammer and slowly breaking apart their system. And this is a beautiful thing to watch. If you would have got Vice President Kamala Harris to be President Harris, none of this would be going on. I promise you that. So, definitely before we're going to get into that a little later. So with that being said, hold on. What is he saying? Incredible Jonathan. People talking about that. I'll get to that a little later. But take advantage of the Black History Month promo that we have on the app. We would definitely like to get 10 people. We always say we like to get 10 people to stream, to sign up, but you can take advantage of the annual membership. All you have to do is download the app, select annual, and then put in BH Month 20, and you get 20% off after Black History Month. That special is gone. So please take advantage during Black History Month, or you can be a lifetime member. Because I have about 2 people that took advantage of the lifetime membership, and shout out to our 2 lifetime members that took advantage of that. But we only got so many lifetime memberships we're going to give out as well. So take advantage of that, because the lifetime people don't have to worry about price increases or nothing. They are locked in. All right. So thank you very much for joining. And I see some of y'all joined over the weekend. I appreciate that. I've seen some people even join today. Appreciate that. We loving to see more and more of the growth on the app. And because of your support, now we are, like I say, in talks for the next upgrade of the app. We're about to get started on that shortly. And the only reason we can do that is because of y'all's support. And we want to make it very good. We took all the suggestions that a lot of people had, and we're going to apply that. So be looking out for that here in the next it takes a few months or so to get the app done right? So be on the lookout for that. With that being said, before we get started, it's Monday. So let's go ahead on and queue up your favorite mayor. And then we're going to be back to talk about these good folks, because it's going to be, I've been waiting to talk about this one all weekend.
Hey guys, it's Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henry, the people's mayor. Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
What is that?
No comment. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
So this is what it's all about, guys. They don't want a black person in power. They don't want a woman in power. If you ain't seen that yet. And someone so young. Everybody gotta understand, God give you what you can handle. That's what God give you. He ain't gonna give you more than that. As long as you can stay the course, fight the fight, and keep going, that's what we're going to do here at Thornton Township.
Clerk, what are you doing? You out of order. You out of order. Did I call the roll? Did I say call the roll? I'm still speaking. You're out of order, Clerk Key. You out of order, Clerk Key. Like, stop. Y'all out of order. Everybody want to run stuff. Y'all don't run this house over here. Stop, please.
So now you have to listen in order to learn. Remove her. That's what all the hate is all about. It's all about your super mayor became too powerful too quick. So rare, so unique, and that's what everybody got the problem. It's all about control. And I stand in the fight because I want the boys and girls of the next generation to see what it looks like to come out of controversy and to come out of all the hatred unscathed. At the end of the day, God gives the test to his strongest soldiers. Throughout all the controversy, throughout all the drama, all the naysayers, all the haters, and I see some of y'all in the line. Let me flip the camera around so you can see them in the line. Whoop, there she go. Look, right there. Whoop, that part. But they'll tell you that. Then they get in the little hate group. But you in my line getting food, your kids out here bouncing in the bouncy house, you on the skate rink, all that. to actually stand in the fire while doing it. And guess what? Doing good and looking good too at the same time. I am history. I am the 21st century history. I am your Rosa Parks, your Harriet Tubmans. I am that person. Somebody has to say, never, never, ever give up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your super mayor, Tiffany Henyard. I would have really put her fist fight in this thing, but you know how YouTube is, so I couldn't do that. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen, because I definitely wanted to talk about this. Now, the reason why I started to talk about this over the weekend, there was a video that popped up on my feed of a white woman from one of the European countries. And I say, why is she talking to us about protesting for? Like, what is this about? So as I started listening to what the woman say, we're going to play the video. But I'm like, let me look more into this, right? Because, you know, other groups have been trying to get us to come out there protesting and all of that. And like, oh, where the FBAs at? Why y'all not protesting? What's going on? Like, why? Because what they want us to do is they want us to get on the forefront of it. They want us to use our voice. They want us to use our political capital and juice. They want us to take the tear gas, the rubber bullets. They want us to get beat with the nightstick. They want us to get go to jail, get slammed on the ground, while they come from behind and while they throw rocks, while they loot, because they be looting, while they loot, while they do all kind of things, setting things on fire. How many of y'all remember every time there's some sort of protest, these other groups coming behind and doing all kind of things, but because we out there, they laser focus on us. Oh, look what Darnell is doing, but Brad and Miguel and everybody else is over here doing the exact same thing, but worse, but nobody's saying nothing to them, or what the Antifa, those liberals that walk around there with all that black clothes on and hiding their face, and they be busting out windows and doing all that stuff. They don't pay attention to them, but they pay attention to what Keisha's doing over here. You understand what I'm saying? So if y'all noticed, when we said, okay, yeah, y'all have it, you're going to protest, do you, right? Do you? And y'all go out there and protest against mass deportations and what? No more protesting no more? Mass deportation stopped? It's like y'all went out there with your foreign flags and well, I guess got in the way of people, and then you that's it? No more protesting? Because they can't do nothing without FBAs. And us sitting back and just saying, we out of it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing to do with it. Right now, we got past Valentine's Day. Okay, cool. Now we looking forward to spring break. That's what we're looking forward to. I know some of y'all done booked y'all cruises, and some of y'all done got your Airbnbs for your vacation and all that. Some of y'all going whatever beach you're going to for spring break. That's what we're focused on. We're focused on spring break. We're not even focused on none of that. But people are being bothered all over the world because they say, wait a minute, FBAs are not saying nothing to Trump or Elon Musk for the most part. They're allowed to just run wild all over the world, and FBAs, why won't you say anything? So let's get to what started it. So they had a conference in Munich, and JD Vance said something that really got underneath their skin, okay, the Europeans. And he did like a 19-minute speech, but it's more so one part that really got underneath their skin, and they just, they melted down and all of that. So let me cue up Vice President JD Vance, what he said, at least the parts that's important to us, okay? So let me cue him up. Let's go.
Gather at this conference, of course, to discuss security, and normally we mean threats to our external security. I see many great military leaders gathered here today. But while the Trump administration is very concerned with European security and believes that we can come to a reasonable settlement between Russia and Ukraine, and we also believe that it's important in the coming years for Europe to step up in a big way to provide for its own defense, the threat that I worry the most about vis-a-vis Europe is not Russia, it's not China, it's not any other external actor. And what I worry about is the threat from within, the retreat of Europe from some of its most fundamental values shared with the United States of America.
All right. So they did not like that basically they're saying that Russia and China is not really so much a threat like talking about. It's a lot of y'all in Europe. Y'all the one that's a threat. Then he went on after that talking about all their, laws that they have these hate speech laws of people getting fined. Some of these European countries, if you say something to somebody online, you're trolling, you're going to get a fine or you can go to jail in the European countries. And that's just really what it is. So he went on this diatribe about freedom of speech and all of that. Okay. But the main thing that really bothered them was when he said that, hey, y'all basically is a threat within yourself and y'all gonna have to pay for your own defense. Now, I agree with that. Why should my tax dollars and yours be going to European countries to defend them? Listen, European countries, they have free health care, a lot of them. We don't even have that over here. But yet we're paying for them. A lot of them have so many subsidies for their people. Some of them places have lower prices for their people. Rent is a lot better for their people, but we're subsidizing their defense. If you got money to give out free health care, then you got money to defend yourself. And when you say you have a America first mentality, you mean we take care of home first, just like FBAs have an FBA first mentality. We only worrying about ourselves first. We're not worrying about these other groups. We're worrying about ourselves because for too long, we have been, just like the United States, trying to do everything for everybody else and not taking care of home. Then you look at home, and home has a lot of corruption. All this money that's been going out and you've been finding out all kind of nefarious things has been happening. Finding out that the USAID was funding Boko Haram in Nigeria, right? Because I was wondering, I'm like, how Boko Haram is getting all these weapons? Because Nigeria don't make weapons. So how they getting it? All kind of things are being found out now that these different departments that was just rogue, because nobody in Congress said to fund Boko Haram, but they doing all this stuff on their own. I don't know if y'all saw, because all this stuff's been coming out, people being exposed on these different departments. There's a mass sell-off of homes in D.C. right now. I don't know if y'all heard about that. Also, the searches in D.C. has been about countries that don't extradite. So a lot of people are afraid they about to go to federal prison for all the money that has been stolen from the taxpayer. So when JD Vance went over there and told Europe or European nations, hey, y'all got to start spending some money to defend yourself. Oh boy, that sent them into a tirade. Now, let me play the clip of the next gentleman who's like the chairman. I want you to watch how he even responded to that, okay? Then I have another clip of this European woman. Then I'm going to bring it all home why this is very important and good for us in the diaspora and definitely as FBAs. So let's play this next clip. Look at this man here.
Von Kleist, this conference started as a transatlantic conference. After the speech of Vice President Vance on Friday, we have to fear that our common value base is not that common anymore. I'm very grateful to all those European politicians that spoke out and reaffirmed the values and principles that they are defending. No one did this better than President Zelensky. Let me conclude, and this becomes difficult.
Oh, poor baby. Y'all get him. Y'all get him a rag. He's sitting up here crying because JD Vance said y'all gotta think more about protecting yourself because it's not our job to protect you. And you're crying. See, everybody been getting a free ride off of our tax dollars, including these European countries. Everybody been getting a free ride. And to me, that's weak. Why you don't want to pay more money to defend yourself? Then they're mad that Trump is talking to Putin right now about negotiating to stop the war in Ukraine. Zelensky got the nerve to run around talking about, well, you know, we got to be at the table and you know, we don't agree. I'm like, well, hold on. All this money that Biden gave you, you shouldn't be saying nothing at all. I mean, if anything, if you're going to, like, it needs to end, right? We can't keep paying for it. Now, if Europe want to keep paying for that endless war, they can, but the United States shouldn't be paying anything. But they're crying because the well is dried up. And I saw what y'all said about the searches in D.C. talking about for lawyers. Yeah, because a lot of people been stealing. A lot of people have been fraudulent. And they're afraid that just right now, you know, Trump is quiet. Trump is all about now retribution. So you're like, oh, y'all put them cases on me? I like Will Denzel Washington character on Training Day. I'm putting cases on all y'all. That's what Trump gonna do. He gonna put cases on all of them. And I hope that he put some cases on some senators and some Congress people too, because they've been stealing too. Now, so Europe had an emergency meeting. I don't know if you heard about that. These are European leaders had an emergency meeting today. They had this meeting because they was concerned that the United States not gonna really protect them like talking about. Right? And Trump has said in the past, you know, we start protecting you. He said, Putin won't do something. You're like, hey, go ahead. Because they know they really couldn't fight him if he really wanted to get at them, right? That's what they were so worried about over there in the European continent. But I'm going to bring it to why this is important to us, okay? Just hold on. I'm going to get to us, right? All right. Now, the lady that originally, why I wanted to do this video, let me play that clip. And then I'll go it on and sum it up and bring it on home. So let me play this lady's clip because it is important.
You've got to stop making excuses. Yes, the US is really big. Your state is bigger than my country, probably than both of my countries combined. Yes, you have a highly militarized police who are willing and have proven themselves able to use that on civilians. Yes, you don't have many protections. You don't have much in the way of a social safety net. You don't have many unions. All of those things are true. Do you know what's also true? You are on an express train to a high-control, authoritarian, fascist regime. They are getting you there as fast as they physically can. And right now, you have more rights and opportunities and freedoms than you will have in the coming months. It's either a fight now or a fight later. The violence is coming. I'm really sorry. And I've thought a lot over the last couple of weeks about what I would be doing if it were me. I've got little kids and I live in a rural part of the country, and it's a really hard question. I'm sorry that many of you are facing it. But if you don't do it now, you've got decades of fight ahead of you. You know, they want to give the impression that they are in control, but they're not. They're still trying to stabilize. And the reality is that right now in your police and your army and your, agencies, you have good people. You have good people who are very unhappy in this. Give them a couple of years when everybody's being propagandized and brainwashed within an inch of their lives. It's not going to be the same. I am genuinely sorry that this is what you're facing, but you have to stop with the excuses. They are obstacles. But if you just continue to say, well, I can't. The US is so big, I can't. Oh no, well, the police might shoot at me. Yeah. And what do you think they're going to do in 6 months? Huh?
Well, we heard some of that language before. It sounded like a lot of the immigrants here. Hey, black people, they deporting us. Next, they're going to come after you, right? So this lady is way in her country trying to tell American citizens to get out there basically and start protesting and standing up against Trump. Why? Because she's being affected. That's why she's doing this video. Now, this is the main reason why I made this video or made the live stream. Let me say the correct term. The status quo all over the world has been anti-black racism and white supremacy. And what I mean by white supremacy, I don't mean a Klan member. I mean the folks dominating every part of human activity, globally. They can wield their power. They can put sanctions. They can do all kind of things to black folks, whether we live in their country or live in other countries, right? Okay. So they have been doing this for a very, very long time in the guise of a European unity. Peaches says Trump said he's going to be like Al Pacino and Scarface. I told you people. I told you don't F with me. Yeah. Trump is on that right now. So with European leaders worried that America is not going to be protecting them no more, Trump talked about putting on reciprocal tariffs on all these nations, and he even said the European Union has treated us real bad. So their relationship is breaking apart. It's beautiful because if you go now, you go to the African continent and you go to Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. They have kicked France out. Every day you looked up Senegal, they don't want France there, right? So every time you look up, now you're seeing France being booted out of the African continent, right? All this comes to being real good. So France gets kicked out of the African continent, slowly but surely, losing resources they can steal and siphon from France. They don't have the money basically to defend themselves like talking about. This is why that man was crying. You understand? These European countries isn't that big like talking about. And a lot of their population isn't as big even as the United States. We're talking about individual countries. So when the big dogs say, I'm kind of backing off, you're going to have to do some things on your own. I'm cool with Putin over there. So, hey, you either pay me what I want or you're going to deal with him. One of the two, right? Trump being real gangster about it. Now, as they argue, as they fall apart, even here in America, as you see Trump and them is unraveling all the corruption, and the corruption has been by them folks. When you hear about him laying off all these federal workers, yes, some of them will be FBAs, but the majority is them folks. As FBAs, we've been fired so many times, it doesn't even bother us. You'd be like, man, when I get my last check, man? Well, okay, I get my last check. Hey, you gonna pay me all my vacation, whatever the case may be. We've been fired because we are last hire, first fire. Now, the federal government has hired more FBAs than maybe the private sector because it's bigger, right? But the folks is crying about their federal jobs going away. The folks are feeling the pain that they have not felt, and it's just getting started. I'm telling you, folks who are listening right now, by the end of Donald Trump, you will finally understand what we were talking about for years. And I have no sympathy for any of you. You know why? Because for years, we have told you about this government. We told you about they doing a lot of fishy things with the money, and now it's all coming out. We told you, hey, just pay us reparations in the form of cash payments. Y'all said you don't need no reparations. You didn't have a slave, but yet you benefited from the system, and you're part of the $11 trillion wealth gap, right? You're part of that. But everything we told you about capitalism, gentrification, we told you about the environment, we told you about the militarized police, we told you these politicians ain't a piece of crap. They don't do nothing for nobody. We told you about the healthcare system. We told you all of it. We told you about the rent being too high. We told you about the bad food. We told you about everything, and you didn't listen to black folk. You didn't. So what's happening, during Joe Biden, you had it good during Joe Biden, even though you think you didn't. Joe Biden said that I'm coming in to set back the status quo. The status quo is dangerous and horrible for FBAs. Why? The status quo says black people be at the bottom. We continue the $11 trillion wealth gap. Okay? We don't close that whatsoever. That's the status quo. Black people are mass incarcerated for crimes that the folks commit with more time. That's the status quo, right? Black men and women like myself who are either we got a job or we entrepreneurs and we have to work 10 times harder. We don't get our just due. That's the status quo. Why would I support the continuation of the status quo in America and globally when it harms my people. Why would I do that? Now, so I know some of these Democrat shields will, but not those of us who actually have an awakened mind. You understand? And the folks have not felt no pain. See, Kamala Harris, if she'd have been in office, we would have felt the pain. That's it. And the rest of you would have been good. You'd have been so good. But this is why I am happy that Donald Trump is the president of the United States, because he has been equally giving out pain. And let's call it what it is. He ain't really been messing with us. Some of us lost some federal jobs, but in the grand scheme of things, he hasn't been messing with us. All this fraud and corruption and stealing the money, they don't even let us get close to the money like that. So you know good and well it's not us stealing the money, because they don't let black people around no money. Come on now. They don't let you around no money. These millions of dollars that's been going all over the place, it's not us. They may let one or two in there, but that's one or two. It's not the majority. The majority is them folks. And now some of them say, oh, well, one guy said, I voted for Trump and I lost my job. There's people that voted for Democrats and Biden and they got mass incarcerated. Or he put up the bill to mass incarcerate people. It happens, right? But what you're seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good thing. We're living in a great time. And what's so beautiful is that these other groups need us out there. And because we're not out there, they're look, I'm going to say it, they're cowards. They're cowards. Because they rather us get on the front line and take the abuse so they can come behind and do their dirt. But when it's time for them to take the tear gas, when it's time for them to take the rubber bullets, when it's time for them to get slammed to the ground and beat with nightsticks and all kind of different things that happen to us, right? They don't want to go through that. They say, no, that's the position of FBAs. They supposed to sit up here and hold America together while we live good and benefit off of their suffering, off of their pain. And I'm so proud of FBAs right now. I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you are sitting down. I'm proud that you're like, I don't care what they do. They try to get rid of the Department of Education. So, and look at how we had a Department of Education the whole time, and look at how some of our schools are with our children. Some of our children have difficulty reading, but we've been having a whole Department of Education the whole time. Who cares? They're not going to teach black history. They haven't been teaching it right anyway. I don't care if they teach black history. We're supposed to teach black history. It's our responsibility. Black history. Why would they teach our history the right way? It don't make them look good if they teach it the right way. So they give us a sanitized, milquetoast Black History Month. He just says Trump didn't really bother us his first term. They want us to take them folks' weapons and say them days are over. Yeah, Keisha. He really didn't. He didn't mess with us. He left us alone. Real talk. But these people are feeling the pressure, and this man haven't been in office not even a year. Y'all don't understand this. This man hasn't even been in the office, I think, maybe in a few days. He made 1 month. And look how much has happened in a few weeks this man's been president. Everybody getting a wake-up call. And listen, I'm loving it. Aren't y'all glad Kamala Harris is not the president? These other groups would not be getting a wake-up call. They'll be just fine. We'll be suffering. We'll have the pain. They should have put more immigrants on top of us, right? All these other, the money would have been flowing from USAID. I've been hearing something now. They say Elon Musk and them found the Social Security Administration has been paying a lot of money to dead people. People that's like 120 years old, 130 years old. Now they say Social Security is about to go bankrupt, but who who these payments been going to? All these dead people, where the money been going? Somebody been getting it. That's why they be looking up lawyer. That's why they selling their homes. That's why they be looking up countries that don't extradite. Because these jokers have been stealing from the taxpayer all this time. Y'all sitting up here talking about $20,000 PPP loan people to getting arrested. Man, that is pennies compared to what these folks have been stealing. And they are afraid. And I say I hope Trump dropped it. Boy, I can't wait to see them indictments come out. Oh, I'm living for it. This is a great time, ladies and gentlemen, for us as Black Americans to be living in. Because they're going to get something they didn't think they would get this time. And see, they probably wouldn't have got, see, you Democrats, let me talk to the Democrats. Democrats, it's your fault. Let me explain to what the Democrats, why it's their fault. The Democrats didn't know when to stop. Y'all raided that man's house in Mar-a-Lago, the FBI. Y'all put a case on him in New York. Y'all had another case y'all trying to do him out there with Finding in Atlanta, Fulton County. Then you had the Jack Smith guy trying to put a case on. Every time you look up, y'all putting a case on this dude. And y'all could not get him. Y'all tried, but y'all couldn't get him. And how many times I said that y'all Black Democrats, especially Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, Fonnie Willis, especially those three, don't be the crash test dummy for the Democrats. Let white prosecutors do that because you already know what's going to happen to somebody black. But no, you can't tell these black folks anything because they're hard-headed. The Democrats, which I believe they was a part of, tried to take that man's life. And you really think he's not going to get in office and say, oh, I'm about to put cases on all y'all? Like y'all didn't anticipate that happening? See, the Democrats went so rogue. They went so far left. They just was just silly. That's why so many people, we talking about the popular vote, we ain't talking about electoral college. So many people voted for Trump. Because y'all was just that bad. Y'all was doing too much. Y'all, listen, all them cases y'all put on him, that's what made people say, you know what, man, I don't really like Trump like that, but bro, like they putting all these cases on it. They're like, what is he gonna do that they're afraid of? Why they trying to take this man's life? Like for real, like what? Oh, you say Steve Bannon said to be a lawyer up? Yeah, I bet you. What was this man doing? Why? Listen, I've been living for a little while. I have never seen no politician deal with what he dealt with. I've never seen that before. This is crazy. The mainstream media, the way they were acting. I mean, now this man's in office, and yeah, they say, oh, you going to have a retribution against your political opponents? Well, he said they did lawfare on me. I'm like, okay, all right. So, if you listen, Democrats, if you was a part of any stealing of money, you probably need to go on and go to one of them countries that don't extradite. Probably need to do that. Go on cash out before you get them charges. Leave and go, and don't say nothing about nothing. Just leave. That's what I would tell you to do. If you know you stole some money before they come for the FBI come raid you. Because the Democrats, look at how guilty they're acting. All this protesting they're doing about them looking at the books. Well, Doge wants to be in the IRS. They're going to have your personal information. They're going to have this and that and the third. Man, everybody got your personal information. Everybody. What are you talking about? Everybody has it. The government for sure have your personal information. There are human beings that work in the government. So you gave up your personal information to the IRS because you had to, especially those of you who get tax returns, because I don't get them. But for those of you who get tax returns, you gave the information. I'll be having to pay taxes, right? What are you talking about? The Democrats? No, you're afraid that all that money that y'all been getting on the back end, and how y'all living so good off the hog. Now it's going to be exposed. And listen, you Boulay members, stand down. Stand down, Boulay. Stand down. Don't put yourself out there. Don't go. I'm warning you. Don't be in the forefront because you're going to be the first one that Trump come at. Jasmine Crockett, Jasmine, fall back. Ayanna Pressley, fall back. I'm warning you. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm telling you, if your hand get caught in the cooking jar, y'all going to be one of the first ones indicted. Yeah, I saw that Michael Steele acting a plumb fool. I saw that. What's wrong with looking at the books? Once again, they're acting like the spouse that's been cheating, in a relationship, and the nervous that the husband or the wife has the phone and looking through it. That's how the Democrats are acting, right there. That's how they're acting. Remember, they've been spending our tax dollars like it's their personal bank account. Europe been getting a big bag off of America, but yet the reason why I'm celebrating all these people getting exposed is because I am so tired of these people playing with our reparations. That's really what it is to me. You've been playing with our reparations for too long. See, the folks, let me listen to y'all right now, that's going to get caught up and scared. See, all you had to do was advocate for black folks to have reparations and go on give us that good government money to pay our reparations, and y'all wouldn't be dealing with this right now, right? But your anti-black racism, y'all ain't getting y'all need a rep. Why should I have to pay? Yeah, but you ain't no problem paying for trans surgeries in Guatemala. You had no problem paying for that, right? So everything Trump is doing, it wouldn't even happen if y'all to pay reparations. Democrats, especially you played with our reparations so many times. Democrats, you could have did that, and you chose not to. See, all you had to do was pay reparations in the form of cash payments, Democrats, and Trump wouldn't be in office. Because guess what? If y'all would have did that, we would have voted for the Democrats, because the Democrats would have gave us reparations in the form of cash payments, and it would have been the Democrats would have won everything at that point. But because you chose not to, because you Boulay members care more about your white validation than your own people, right? You Democrats who are anti-black racists but say that you believe in DEI, inclusion, and all this other stuff, but you don't believe in it because you use a black face, but you don't really give them no power. See, Democrats, this is your fault. Now you're going to live the consequences of not paying us our reparations. And we're going to sit here and smile and enjoy the show and eat popcorn and go on vacation and birthday parties, and we're going to be going to nice restaurants. We're going to be turning up while everything, y'all crying and everything. We having a good time as FBAs. This is what happens when you don't do right by God's children. This is what happens. And I said this. Oh, we're going to get reparations. They're going to do it. One way or another, they're going to do it. That's why I don't trip on it. They're going to do it. They're going to feel like they ain't going to have to do it. Yeah, Gavin Newsom. Yeah. Playing with reparations. Uh-huh. Y'all thought our reparations was a joke. Y'all thought we ain't let that go. We may not be saying nothing right now about it, but sometimes you got to let some things happen and then come back to that conversation. By the time Trump done with y'all, we're going to be like, hey, you ready to run them reparations now? Is it a good time to run them or what? Or y'all need to go through another lesson? Remember, Democrats played with us way too long about our reparations. That's what it is. They disrespected us for way too long. They set up here, stacked foreign nationals on top of us in the cities and gave money that could have went to us as reparations to foreign nationals. Right in our face. So I don't want to hear it, Democrats. I don't want to hear it. You play with my people way too long. So I hope Trump uncover every dime you've been stealing and being fraudulent. I hope they put out everything y'all been doing. And I hope Pam Bondi got them indictments ready for y'all, especially the Democrats. I know some Republicans are caught up in it too, but especially you Democrats, because y'all the main ones scared way more than anybody else. And to any of you Europeans overseas that could be watching this, look, y'all live real good over there off of our back. Americans are suffering in this country while y'all got free health care. Y'all don't pay for your own defense. You don't do a whole lot of things for yourself. Only thing Trump is saying is that, hey, pay for your own defense. Why somebody else got to pay it? Man, America not your daddy. You can be a partner with America, but it's not your daddy. And that day is drying up because Americans are sick and tired of their tax dollars going to everybody else and not staying here and benefiting here. I think they said something about Elon Musk was saying that there's been so much stealing that they can actually pay all Americans $8,000. Every man, woman, and child can get $8,000 out. All the money they have found out that's been stolen and been gone out, fraudulent things. I'm like, I'll take a stimulus like that if you want to give it. I think that's what they should do. They should give the money to the American people and stimulate the economy. I think that's what Trump should do. Yeah, Pam Bondi, I listen to her how she talk. I'm like, oh boy, they won't have problems with that one. Oh, did y'all hear about RFK today? Did y'all see that? Him and Trump has been talking about cutting out junk food from food stamps. I'm like, bravo. They been need to stop that. So I seen some people say, oh, well, they can't tell Americans what to eat. You're right. When you pay for it with your own money, you can eat all the junk food you want. But if it's going to be the taxpayer money, it should be healthier choices for food. So I agree with that 2,000%. They talk about how they spent $200 billion in junk food on the SNAP program. So if you want a Coca-Cola, a Sprite, or any other junk food out there, then you need to pay for it out of your back pocket. I agree with that. I hope they implement that ASAP. I hope they implement that. Because why do you need to be eating junk food on the taxpayer's dime? Pay for that yourself. Remember, if somebody's giving you something, they do have the right to say what the parameters are. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if they implement that, that'll be the very first step in the right direction of getting our people healthy in the United States of America. I hope them junk food companies go out of business. Because trust me, that's going to hurt them junk food companies. That's going to hurt them because they've been making a lot of money off the SNAP program. Yeah, Mama Deb said it. Beggars can't be choosers. A lot of these people they talking about begging. And listen, that's going to affect the folks more than us. Cause we don't get the food stamps they're talking about. The folks do. All that's going to affect them. I heard they cutting off people's Section 8. They cutting off food stamps. It's hurting them folks way more than us. Trust me. They're crying already on TikTok about cuts to their food stamps and cuts to their Section 8. I don't understand why y'all on Section 8. You don't have an $11 trillion wealth gap. Why are you on Section 8? There's no excuse for that. Yeah, Eric, I was happy RFK had got confirmed. That's a good place for him because that health industry, food industry is a freaking racket. They don't cure anything. The doctor can't legally say they're going to cure you. They'll let you know their healthcare system is a piece of trash. Now, I'm not saying the doctors or nurses or anybody like that or specialists. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about their system. It should be focused on curing things, not treating things. Treatment and cure is two different things. Yeah, like Laverne says, that the junk food got kids going crazy, making these kids gain weight that we didn't have. Kids didn't have no obesity problem when we was growing up. I was a little kid in the 80s, still in the 90s, teenager, because I graduated high school in 97. We was always outside doing something. These kids don't be outside no more. But we didn't have access to all that junk food either. We have access to it. The only time I eat quote unquote something sweet, unless I get it from that, I get it homemade, right? From my spouse. But if it's not from her, I don't really want it. Now I may eat something outside the country because I know it's not full of freaking poison. So I may get something a little more outside of this country. But in it, man. So yeah, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. Yeah, junk food is messing our kids up. And yes, prevention is better than the cure. And so if they cut that junk food, beautiful. That's so beautiful. But you say they won't give you food stamps and you're a deserving senior. How I feel about food stamps, I think seniors should get food stamps, especially if they don't have the income. Seniors should get food stamps. I think people who are disabled and can't, really do work like that or something, they say something really medically wrong, they should be get food stamps. I think, the working poor should get food stamps automatically too, because especially the working poor, because at least they're paying something into the system. I'm a firm believer of helping you help yourself. So if someone is they working every day, they just don't make a lot of money, but they need help with some food, man, give them some food stamps. Why not? Because they're actually paying into the system. You got people that just laid up, having baby after baby, gaming the system. And that needs to stop. So hopefully Trump and them cut that too. If you got time to lay up and go have a child, then you got time to go get you a doggone job. That's right. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure to download the app and join. Take advantage of the Black History Month sale and everything. And also, because when you join on our Friday live streams, that's only exclusive to the app Friday nights. And we're only streaming here, at least I'm streaming here, Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But we're glad everybody came through, and hopefully those of you on the replay catch it or whatever. So thank y'all for listening. We'll see y'all in the next one.